I'm so glad you girls are going to be here for the war. Let's get this war council started. I have some ideas and I can't wait to hear yours. So who wants to start? I usually like to lay out a tactical assessment and then work ideas from there, but I don't know what your procedure is like.
Well, first we need a map. Here, 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 and here are the storehouse entrances located in the Lapin Protectorate. We've got a decent amount of supplies thanks to the fish Mollusca provided at their, late exodus, so let's not fret about that here. This dot here is the main entrance to the warren, and the stars are the bunkers you have set up throughout the Protectorate. Any other landmarks that need pointed out?
Yes, the Dragon Cave is located about here, and until recently the egress of Escape Tunnel 3 was here. Now we've blocked up that tunnel and built another one, which will exit here instead, but it's really roughshod. Not nearly the security we have on the others, and an earthquake would probably collapse it. How are Penwall's defenses? Did we finish construction on the bunker there?
Yes, the bunker is finished. It's pretty secure as well. We made sure of that in the plans. The park Shy wanted is also fully warded now, so it can protect some for a while. Long enough for extraction, hopefully.
Good to hear. That was a good idea. Air support should be easy to get in there. The portals have been reconfigured to transcontinental access here and in the Willows. There'll be no more of that bottleneck we experienced in the last war. The Willows wards have been completed and they've got every defense the Warren has now, except the nuclear bunker. And we've got their magical holding cell enchantments too. I love interhouse exchanges. Now some weak points. The first is that Rue knows a lot of our defenses, and she's smart. She may have thought of ways to circumvent them that I haven't thought of. The second is that I know there are a few books missing from the forbidden section of the Lapin Library. We've got the library key, but looks like the corruption was already beginning to take hold. By all reports, she's holed up in Scotland, back in her old haunts. Local rumor says there's a massive tunnel network in Aberdeen, and gods know what defenses she's installed over the centuries. We're not likely to be able to root her out of there. Thoughts?
First up, speaking of air power, the Feral B-52 has been equipped with seats in case of evacuation needs by air. Still a bomber, though, bumpy rides and big payloads. Secondly, if Rue's in Aberdeen, she's not at her cave. We need to seal it off. Having a night monarch so close is too much of a risk in that cave. I've never been to it, but I've heard it's powerful. Aberdeen's in Scotland. Neutral territory. We could have a house council about this, maybe a joint effort.
I slapped a ward on the main entrance of the Dragon Cave, and the other ones I knew about as soon as I could. Of course, after my recovery, so that was mid-September, very late in the game. We could probably use some reinforcement there, though, and see if we can't route out some more secret entrances. I'm sure there's plenty I don't know about. Yeah, I agree, neutral territory, so a house council is a must. We should probably hit up Nick and Realm. With them having spent so much time there this year, they might know things we don't.
We'll take care of the potential entrances to the Dragon Cave. I have an idea and plenty of dust to do it. Quick aside though, Mom, how are you doing? I know the Rue thing is hard to swallow.
Yeah, it is hard. Of all the people, I never suspected Rue. But it's not as hard as if it were my husband, or my son, and it's not as hard as losing Tempest. I suppose I should have mentioned that as a serious tactical consideration. Tempest is one of Lapin's main DPSs. We lack a lot of heavy firepower we've become accustomed to having, and we've also lost our free teleport access. Maneuvering will be more complicated. I don't suppose you've had a chance to see if you can't consciously make use of the power you displayed when Corruptora fell? You're the only hope I can see of replacing that right now. Cinna's technomantic teleport will definitely help, but it requires more preparation than we might need in a pinch.
Well, I can set up 2 key spots on each floor of the warren. It'd take a few days. Do you think you two can manage for those few days? There's one already in the pantry. You've seen me use that and were there when I set it up. Put one in the library, the public one, in the sci-fi fantasy section, row 4. I told you about that one before setting it up.
I thought that was clever, yeah. Should be no shortage of appropriate litromantic power there. I mean, we'll always manage. Just how we manage depends on the resources available. While we're on that subject, Rowan's been putting in extra efforts in the subterranean gardens. We can withstand a siege, or we can uproot most of it and move wherever we have to evacuate to. Plan A is the Willows, of course. Rue will know that, but I can't see what she could do to stop it. Any thoughts about a plan B?
Yeah, the one no one truly expects. That is still likely to take us. Alaska. We've had a rocky relationship with them in the past, but the war would give them reason to take us in, and World War I had them make accommodations for air breathers and such. Ilaris has a trade alliance with Mollusca, but that's where our relationship stops.
Great minds or fools, I guess. I was thinking that too. Have you met the Regent? She's been making a concerted effort to reach out. I like her. I think she's much less isolationist than is traditional for Mollusca. Okay, I can reach out to her and make the offer. Good stuff.
Okay, so I actually had something to bring up. Last year there was a 50k offensive that did great things for us, correct? Well, I had a harebrained scheme come to me about that. We know that working together yields better results now. Pinwell is sign enough of that. But there have been other combined rituals this past year. I did some mathing. I know, Senna, shocking. Still, I did some math and some workups, and I think we might be able to apply that same principle to the 50k offensive by creating teams. This would lessen the strain on each individual member, and maybe increase the efficacy of the ritual as well? What do you think?
What do I think? I think that's brilliant. That's what I think. Yeah, I absolutely intended to reach out to Egriff and arrange another one. It was just too good a tactic last year to pass up. But I've been worried about it. The Tome Knights, maybe especially the Power Riders, are exhausted after this last year. Present company not excluded.
The 50k team up, huh? Did you calculate how to get the most efficient turnout like I taught you? You're so bright.
I did, actually. So what it's looking like is if we divide into teams of 5, we might have the best chance. In addition, the way I figured things, teams would be able to potentially choose who to protect, since we wouldn't be putting it all into ourselves, but treating it like a ritual with a mutual goal, like the pinwall ritual. I did my research.
Frith be praised! I think I might be able to retire. Got one daughter doing all the war tactics, and the other one doing all the magical tactics. That's filkin' genius. I love it. 5, magic number, the corners of reality, divisions of a nano. Makes perfect sense. The only potential disadvantage I could see... Well, you did the research, Miko. That probably means that if a team fails to generate at least a nano between them, they would all get that same necromantic vulnerability Jean was cursed with last year. Am I right?
Right. That's the big pitfall. But for every nano, that would be one more necromantic resistance granted. It's a trade-off of risk and reward, but I think with teams we can do this. It won't be as likely to burn anyone out if we're doing it together. At least I don't think.
Senna, double-check that math for us, will you? Babe, you too? Let's make sure there's nothing we're missing.
It checks out, although it's only sustainable until 3 resistances per team of 5.
Babe, you got the same conclusion?
Yeah, I do.
Diminishing returns, eh? Except, people who otherwise wouldn't be able to take part will, though, right? What do y'all figure?
Yeah, we're likely to have a bigger turnout this year, and those powers, like mine, the long-term stuff can participate just as easily.
And I know a lot of people really wanted to help, but knew they just weren't going to be able to manage 50k on their own. A lot of them talked to me about it.
Like I said, the Power Riders are tired. Filkin' tired. I gotta tell you, I was gonna do it, but I'm not confident that this time I can. My spirit is still wounded, and my emotional regulation is shot. My focus has been poor. Knowing I have backup, that would go a long way. And maybe it would go a long way with others too. Okay, yeah, I think that's a go. Let's knock our heads together and see if we can come up with the nuts and bolts of it. And I'll reach out to Egriff to see if she wants to help us organize. She led the charge, after all. So, what do you think?
I think that we definitely need some form of offensive. It gives us a boost to our magic at the beginning of the war when we are the freshest and most inclined to have a bit of extra power boost. It also helps us to motivate the Tome Knights because it puts us in a better position to fend off the Horde, both tactically and literamantically. I know a lot of writers consider it too rough a challenge, so I like how Senna and Miko have figured out a ritual to make it more approachable to those who might find 50k alone a daunting task. It is really smart and sensible. They really think creatively when they put their heads together. However, thinking about the way you were explaining how the arithmelitomancy works, I don't think I can be part of the ritual.
What? Shit, I was kind of counting on your participation to make this work. What do you mean you can't?
I won't be able to be a part of any of the ritual teams. Not for lack of wanting to participate in them. Literamantic rituals are amazing and heady. The mingling of all that combined literamantic power is hypnotic, and it can be extremely overwhelming, especially to the newer literancers. And the teams will need to have ways to keep their members balanced, so that they don't get lost in the power and push too much of themselves in that they overdo it, especially since this is meant to help avoid that.
Valid point. And us veterans aren't immune to that either.
Right. But back to why I can't, is that a team is about balance, especially with a stable and strong base of 5. I'm worried that I would completely overbalance a ritual team. I don't want to be the reason that the arithmelitomancy fails and someone is harmed, even by accident, by an unbalanced ritual. As a power writer, I know that sometimes my literamancy can be extremely overwhelming by itself. In ritual, which would essentially amplify it, you could imagine what may happen, especially to the new literancers.
Yeah. I did not consider that, but you're right. Using the Woodlander crowns to amplify our available word power during the leech speak thing. Well, let's just say I've been on void mushrooms that have altered my consciousness less. Yeah, we can't have that. We have to keep our thoughts clear.
I may have a way to add to the greater offensive, though, for the writers that don't believe that they can balance a team properly. Mostly the higher output writers. They could still go at the offensive with their own personal goals. That must at least be the minimum goal of 50k of the original Power Offensive, since it all initially came from the group of power writers who wanted to challenge themselves at a tourney. That feels so long ago.
Yeah, eons. Well, that worked for us before, mostly.
Again, however, I don't know that 50k will be an appropriate power level from me. Not sure about anyone else, though. I know it may sound conceited, but it's honest.
No, it doesn't. You can't be tactically effective if you don't know your own strengths or weaknesses. We know damn well you generate more raw power than any 2 or 3 other power writers put together. Well, except the Mad Batter, of course. He's the only other one in your league. And he's not here. Okay, what do you think would be appropriate?
Well, if I were to write 50k, or even 100k, however long it took, I'm sure there would be plenty of literamantic power to aid the offensive. However, most Tome Knights know that I have a way with words, and that I can create them en masse. I don't want all the other Tome Knights to say that I didn't try my hardest to keep the Horde back. I'm a defender of the realm. If I don't put everything into it, if I don't risk everything to put us with an advantage over the Horde, then am I really defending the realm? I don't want there to be any doubt.
Egriff, that's nonsense. You've got nothing to prove to anyone, unless you've got some of your own brain nuggies to deal with. But you have a point in that the effort has to be a challenge. That's the sacrifice that makes it effective. What do you think would meet that requirement, then?
I think that for the risk to be enough for the amount of power to add to everyone else, I personally need to go for 200k. I've never written that much in such a short amount of time. At least, not that I can properly recall. A lot of motivation and a lot of risk. If I don't finish, I could fall to the Horde.
200k? That's ludicrous. I mean, I'm sure you're capable, but that's not much less than I generated for my whole war output last year. Magic drain is a real threat. Are you sure your body can handle it? I know you've been sick for a long time.
I've been feeling better lately, with a little bit of sniffles left, but nothing that would probably knock me out, I hope. So I should be okay for this level of literamantic output. It could still disrupt the other ritual teams with the literamantic power, but it shouldn't affect the overall ritual.
Well, okay. Yeah, adapting this to incorporate these 2 different levels of challenge. It'll be tricky, but not impossible. I think I can use a dangling participle clause in the ritual phrasing. Okay, yeah, that should work. Thanks, Egriff. We should probably start reaching out to the other houses, but make sure you do it discreetly.
Yes, all houses should be a part of it. In fact, interhouse participation in the rituals would probably create a stronger output overall. Are you worried about a Toru finding out about it? She did participate in it previously. It's not impossible to assume she might take actions to counter our efforts.
Oh, I'm definitely concerned about that. Rue is clever. Not that any of the Night Monarchs have been slouches in that department or anything, but she thinks tactically. If she weren't expecting something, I'd be surprised. Best that we limit opportunities for information to leak out as much as we can. While we're on the subject of complications, I don't want to pry, but I'm concerned it might create some friction, and that could be detrimental to the right. So I'm just going to go ahead and ask. I heard you parted ways with the dinos?
Parted ways. So dramatic. That makes it sound so final. I didn't sever any alliances. I just didn't tell his sourness that we were planning a migration. It's been a while since we've gone anywhere. With all the hullabaloo around the Penguin Prince vanishing, then my taking up the Regency, not to mention another word war, I kind of just kept the birds all together. So after the July tourney, I was discussing a possible full migration that allowed the non-flyers to accompany. While thinking about landing points on the migratory tour, I mentioned it to the Mad Batter, and he asked me to check in on her battiness while we were flying. I agreed, and also called ahead to let her know that we'd need roosts for our downtime. I wasn't paying too much attention to the actual calendar, and forgot we were nearly in November. But his soreness is upset because I didn't clear it with him first. He's not my king. He and Captain Daz saw me locking the embassy in Georgia Pines because it's the smart thing to do when you're going away, and accused me of breaking the alliance. Should I have mentioned it before him walking up? Probably. But when he comes up acting like I'm required to give him my attention or information, He just reacted like I'm flighty and unreliable. It didn't endear him to me any more than he already had.
Yeah, the dinos can be a proud herd. And sometimes they don't see the smaller folks, I think. I remember Bob was far more about giving commands than asking for suggestions in World War III, even from his peers. Rubbed my fur the wrong way to little too, I'm not going to lie. On the other hand, he was kind enough to immediately open his doors to my people when we were desperate, and to risk his own people to fight the Horde for us. And I'm told we all barely got our tails out of Aldergrove. I think he means well. He's just used to an older style of leadership, one where strength is more important than diplomacy. That's got its advantages and its disadvantages. I get more arguments than he does because I do solicit opinions and don't pretend I know all the answers. But, yeah, of course you don't answer to him. You have your own people to lead, and they count on you to make the best decisions for them that you can. I can see how he might have felt like that was betrayal on the verge of war, though. I'll see if I can talk to him about it if I get the chance, if you want me to. It's your call, but I can see how ruffled feathers, on both sides, might cause problems now, and later in the war. Bob might think the Tome is secure, but I know better now.
I think that he was trying to call me out on my lack of diplomacy, but at that point, we were already packed for our trip. I do appreciate what he has done to help Avis, but we also need to spread our wings, and they really do need to up their security. As far as talking to the dinos, I'd rather unruffle feathers on my own, unless it's not something that I'm available to do. Distance or judgmental tendencies aside. If it comes up, and there's a huff about it, then yes, go ahead and unruffle his Sarnas's dino feathers. Anyway, I think we both have lots to do now. I'll go let her battiness know about the ritual, and see what I can do to prepare on my own. Take care of your rabbitness, and throw everything you got at him. Give him hell.
You too, your birdness. May the words be ever in your favor.
Think they can get the better of me. I don't fucking think so. They will come out swinging with a 50k ritual, but I can play that game too. Oh yes, yes I can. Now, what can we do? Got to be a way. Maybe. No, too many ingredients needed. Oh wait. Yes, that would work. Look out, little bun-buns. The Night Queen is coming for you. Think you'll gain an advantage, do you? Not this year! Now, which one to do? I know. Yes. Time for chaos and no self-care.
Hello, your battiness. How are your bats suggesting to have my birds in and around the caverns?
Hello, Sir Egriff. It's good to see you and Avis. Getting used to the extra noise is a little odd sometimes, but having you all here is a joy that outweighs all that. The bats are enjoying having other flyers to fly around with.
I'm glad. I know that everyone's territory is precious, and we're grateful for the arrangements. Several of my birds like the cavern lake, too. We're all so busy with getting settled in and preparing that it's a good thing I managed to catch you here anyway. I just got off a call with Sable about the offensive. Remember how we set up the power boost right at the beginning? They want to do the same thing again, but they want to make it easier for those that are daunted by trying to get 50k in 1 week.
Yeah, I do. I've always wanted to be able to help more than just cheering on the sidelines, but gathering a lot of words at once is hard. It can be hard enough without a pressured deadline too sometimes.
Miko figured out a ritual, and Senna double-checked all the arithmeliteromancy. They are suggesting team-ups of up to 5 Tome Knights to pool their literamancy. The resulting power output is that for each nano the team completes, there is a necromantic resistance granted, up to 3. But if the team is unable to complete a nano, they will all get the necromantic vulnerability that Prince Jean had last year.
Oh, I like the sound of that, yeah. The team up, not the vulnerability I still feel bad about last year. Anyway, I've been working with Fireball over the last few months, in part looking at transmitting electromantic energy into crystals and gemstones. Would having these help move the electromantic power around, particularly when we live so far away from the others?
I can see how they would be useful. It should be able to work with the ritual, but Senna or Miko would be the best to answer that. Something that could help brace and balance the literamantic power? That would be extremely useful. Did you have any other questions or concerns over the ritual?
I think I'd better find a team.
Well, then I'll let you see about getting them together. I'm sure you'll find a team that balances itself well.
Thank you, Igriff. Many words to you.
To you as well.
So, talking about the offensive for the war, I'd like to be of help, but I'm not so good in the immediate. I often take time beforehand to write up buffs or create golems and things. However, I've heard that there's reason to team up with others and merge our litromantic efforts together.
In the scheme of things, I'm a new litromancer. I'm not sure of all I can give to the cause yet, but I know I need the help. I can donate my power, but I know myself well enough to say I'm not powerful enough to do it alone. Working as a team, though.
I am just as confused with how my literamancy works, but would like to join in with what I can bring. I'm not confident in being able to bring much, but I'd like to offer all the words I can.
I'm all in. Not sure how that will work with my personal magic. I'm not a person for long-lasting spells, but I can do my very best.
That would be wonderful. Even with just the stories you can write, without knowing what powers they give you personally, that will definitely help. I was never able to help beforehand, so I'm really excited to be able to link my words with others. With you three, I have some gems here to keep on you when you write this week. They will hold the litromantic power you create while writing, and we can take that to the others who are also in the offensive. It'll be more helpful if we can tie our efforts together better, though, even just through a name.
How about Night Song? Bats and badgers are both active during the dark. Bats use echolocation, aka song. Bards sing, and Tara, I feel like you are one of the poems of the bunch with your fancy letters.
Sounds good. Thanks, Bard. Let me engrave that on the gems. It'll keep us linked so we can encourage each other while we write. We're stronger together. The only thing is that if we don't power them up enough, they may break, and it could lead us closer to the Horde and being devoured by the undead Horde. Like all of us. Will you still take part?
Yes.
Yes.
Totally. Would be boring without the risk anyway.
Alright, let's word well and put our words into the living overcoming.
This is gonna sound a little out there, but were you visited in a dream by the missing Lappin heir and told to come here at this time and sit at this table and then something about Fox?
Oh, no, it was real. I have strange dreams all the time, but I decided to see if there was something more to this one. Even if it was only in my head. There will still be good drinks and interesting people to converse with.
So, when November starts, there's usually this big push in the first week, yeah? To charge up the batteries and such? That's what Dream Air was hoping we'd team up for?
It would make sense. Catch all of those words early and build up a little defense from the undead horde.
It starts soon, too. The first is the day after tomorrow.
I have already prepared. I told my assistants at the law firm that they would have to handle all of the cases without my expertise for a week.
Oh, I'm Lee, by the way. I'm not sure if we've met before, though I've seen you around here. I was just appointed as a bodyguard for King Bob. Captain Dazzlycat and Beth are with him right now.
It is a pleasure to meet you. I am Desdemona Rose, Art Des. I am both lawyer and inky for J.C. Boone. I am newly appointed as well. Since I have a good staff, I can put my inky duties first. I like to stretch my wings. I've never been good at focusing at just one thing. So, about this challenge, we must determine who will get the immunity.
Oh, right. The captain was telling me about that. If you could gather 50,000 words collectively, you can pool them to sort of shield against the undead. I don't know if we could protect the Lapin Air from getting corrupted by the Night Monarch with that, wherever they actually are, but that might be a start. I could probably write out the intentions for that.
Yes, the one who came to us in our dreams to bring us here should benefit for bringing us together in the first place. I think we can write more than 50,000. I say we also give us new inkies a hand. Well, me, the new inky. I would graciously accept a shield as well, if you would bestow one upon me.
Sure, if we can scrape the words together. I think I can get at least 25,000, though I'll try for 30. I'm still working on the farm, though, this month. It's harvest, and they need all hands. Plus, we don't need a food shortage right when the Tome zombies start showing up. King Bob says he thinks they'll come for us first.
Yes, food is good. Hard to concentrate if you're starving. I will try for 30,000 as well. With the others, that should give us at least 2 immunity shields. This is my first attempt at a challenge of this caliber, so I am not sure what I will be able to do. But I also want a goal to strive towards.
I managed 20,000 in a week as part of a tournament challenge in July, so I should be able to do it.
Very impressive. I will strive to match your efforts, especially since I have taken time off. It simply requires me to focus, which I will do my best.
I think we're gonna do great. Hello. This is gonna be a weird question, but were you also summoned by the missing Lapin Air in a dream?
Yeah, it's strange. I'm not sure why I was asked, but here I am. I'm a bit of a turtle, but I'll do my best.
Of course. Every little bit helps with the team effort. We can also... Well, the spectral support for Tempest might not work. If it doesn't, Desdemona has first dibs, because she asked. We could offer second immunity to you, if we write enough. I'm not sure on that, though. It is a lot of words.
If there's no one else to give it to, I'll gladly take it, thank you. But let's see how it goes.
Also, you're Dame Flub, yes, of House Lapin?
Yes, that's me, of House Lapin.
I should probably have started with that. I'm Leo Hawk, recent recruit to the Raptor Squad. Captain Dazzlycat wanted to have a little extra security because of the undead horde.
Nice to meet and work with you. I'm actually one of Sable's Owsler, technically her bodyguard and SCM.
I figured that, given that most of the only bodyguards come here. Though there have been occasional exceptions, I've been told. SCM?
It means I look after her health and welfare. I don't mean to be rude, but shouldn't we get writing?
Got my notebook all prepped. I've written a few warm-up poems. At midnight, pen hits the page.
Let's write.
So, everybody sure about this? We've laid out the risks. Senna has given us the odds.
I'm sure. I want to do this, especially with all of you. I think we can get this done.
The odds are in our favor, and it's not like I'm not going to be riding anyway. Might as well have that extra push.
You know I'll do my best to be there for you, Mama Bunny. I'm under increasing pressure from those oddball tunnels we never really managed to seal off from the last 2 word wars. But I'll be there, and do the best I can do.
Are those still a problem? I don't like that. That's a potential vulnerability we really don't need. Okay, Jean, do what you can. Honestly, I don't think we have to worry much about achieving our nut, if you know what I'm saying. Miko can be hit or miss with her superpower targets, what with her health issues, but there's no question she's a power writer. Your dad can probably be counted on for 25k easily, and may well get considerably beyond that. Am I right, honey?
Well, that's probably an underestimate these days, but never count the contents of your armory until you've inspected it, right?
Absolutely. Me? Well, I'm confident that I can do 40k for sure. It's just that my concentration and focus are still shot. My brain wanders off in the middle of word battles, and my emotional regulation is a mess. Not that we need word about that getting out. Rue would just love to know that, I'm sure. But Senna on her own could have had my back with that to make the nano. In other words, Jean, anything you do is a bonus from our standpoint. I think we could confidently deliver 2, maybe 3 nanos between us. Have we agreed on what we're going to do with them?
No, we haven't. I should not be on the list. There are others who deserve or need the protection more than I do. I'm not that great of a littermancer, nor am I as important as some of the other leaders or anyone else.
The power rider who has the best tactical chance of rallying troops behind her should Mom fall. Miko, the fact of the matter is, at your current output, you are one of the most important we could protect. And as a leader, you can rally your troops with the best of them. With the addition of your inspirational figure, I don't doubt that you should be protected. I don't doubt that you should be one of the first, if not the first, to come in mind in regards to protection. The 2 most rational choices, tactically, for protection are Miko and Sable right now. Both power riders, both leaders, both rallying forces. Think about it, sis. I'm not a power rider. Jean's not a power rider. Dad is a power rider, but he's not quite as good as rallying littermancers behind him. He's in the midst, not at the front. Even the other options, like Purple Heart and Shy, would not be as strategically advantageous as you and Mom.
Yeah, I'm with Senna, Miko. The fact is the Candle of Hope, you're one of the most important figures in the realm for morale. You're also, no one can argue, a power rider. And the broad distribution of your house means that more than just Iluris is depending on you. For many political and tactical reasons, I agree that you should receive protection before anyone else.
I gotta agree. Anything I say beyond that is just flogging the same horse.
Fine, I'll take it. Mom should definitely be next on the list, though. We need her safe for more reasons than one.
I gotta agree here, too, for too many reasons.
You're not wrong. I've come to accept that I have more value to the realm's morale than I think I ought to. Part of that is just because so many Tome Knights are part of the family, but I guess people also see me as a symbol of hope now. That Sable Bright Eyes thing is stuck. And yes, I'm a power rider too. Realistically, I accept that you've got a point, whether I like it or not. Take note, Miko. My personal feelings on the matter are that I'd prefer to protect, say, Senna or Jean. But we've got to put those feelings and the brain nuggies aside sometimes for the greater good. If you can't see the field clearly, you can't make good tactical decisions.
Hey, Mom, don't worry. I've got this. You'll see. Solid plan in place. You just keep your eye on the prize, okay? Good.
All the other teams are set up and ready to go. Let's get to it. Time to write. All right, Eli, you've got this. It's just some writing. You've done this before. No big deal. It's just a little bit more than you've done in a week. Or like double what you've done in a week. But you can do it. 6 days. That's a little over 33 a day. Space it out over 12 hours or so. And that still leaves plenty of time for breaks in between and self-care and lots of time for sleep and other things. It even leaves some wiggle room to catch up if you get behind it all. Laptop's good to go. Bluetooth phone keyboard for travel. Pen and paper on standby for dire emergencies. Several large glasses of water prepared. Snacks on standby. Breathe. You can do this. Really.
Phew! Finally a moment to stop and... Oh. Oh, no. No, you don't. Come on. And that's when Luna and Yuri decided to use the new scaffolding for Tunnel 5 to play Who Can Hide the Highest. I really hope Sable doesn't find out, but at least it makes for good words. Come on, guys, stop for at least 3 minutes.
You ready, dear? Litromantic edits for the win?
Hey, at least I've got you in my margins. Are you sure you don't want to work on your own project, babe?
I can't concentrate with the shit on my own stuff right now. If I want to generate the litromantic power we're going to need, I gotta focus on edits at the moment. But I'm prepped. I've got your stuff, Gala's edits, Purple Heart's book, an old story collection from Kahuna, and some stuff I promised to edit for Tempest.
Don't do it if it causes pain.
I gotta do something. I'll deal with it. Let's go.
Listen to me, Oyabun. Don't you think all this fighting goes against self-care? You can help put a stop to it. Give me your words and help me put an end to this war. There, you can feel it. You can shine with me.
Having enough litromantic power to level the continent doesn't mean anything if I can't focus it with purpose. This is so frustrating. How have I only written 35k after 3 days? At this rate, I'll be horde bait for sure. How am I supposed to help the bats if I can't even get my own litromancy sorted? How do I even consider what I need to get done and accomplish when I'm having trouble getting my story put together? It's almost as if I'm being attacked. Well, that was not smart of me to overlook something that close. Now I need to figure out how to undo the attack. I wonder if anyone else is experiencing this too. I should take a break, make a group call to make them aware of underhanded tactics, and then refocus. I can do this. Is everyone here? I tried to get a hold of as many teams as I could.
Hey, Griff, what's up? I'm sure it must be important.
Still breathing.
Yes, hello?
Hello?
Oh, good. Hi, Lee, Sable, Tara, Shy. We've got at least half the teams. Hopefully we can figure this out.
Then this is a group call.
Yeah. I needed to get as many Mancers in on this as possible.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
I think that Atoru might be using her knowledge of us to attack us individually, instead of as a massive counterattack at the offensive. I say this because I feel extraordinarily drained, and it's only midweek. I wanted to make sure that you were all aware of it and to keep an eye out for it in your teams. Anyone who may have had contact with the Toro room may be at risk of a more direct attack.
You could be right. I was wondering about that. I have to tell you, I'm feeling the loss of Tempest pretty hard right now. We always did these together. I feel like my right hand's been cut off, and the grief is really close to the surface. I'm also battling some unusually persistent brain nuggies, and my concentration is shot. I assume that's because of how ill I got after the leet speak mess.
Maybe it's something that is pushing on those buttons to make it feel as if it's a natural response, but it's not?
Quite possibly. That would have been the Night King's modus operandi, and whatever spirit's possessing Rue, we're pretty sure it's at least connected. The Night King tried to get in our heads when we battled him, but we were ready for him. Well, or we thought we were. But I don't want to make assumptions either. I have been more vulnerable to brain nuggies than usual. It's a long story. Corroboration of similar experiences would make an attack seem more likely, though, and Rue's smart. She'll know where and how to hit us.
That could be why I feel as if a bag of gems is physically crushing me right now. My team are on and off plans as well.
And somebody messed with my fucking loot! Whoever touched my baby, I will find him an old boy when I make them sing that high C!
I'm hearing whispers like the wind was trying to warn me something was coming, and the laughter. Oh god, the laughter.
I've been extra exhausted from work for the past 2 days. I've been lagging in the writing, though not too badly. Desdemona is picking up the slack, luckily.
We've had more IRL stuff be a problem than anything internal. I've had family emergencies, and Sunny's mom has been sick. She's been in and out of the hospital.
Oh shit, anything I can do?
No, but thank you, Sable. I think we're okay now.
It sounds like something is being added to increase pressure or stress for us. Maybe to make it harder to focus, or to try and break our spirit or will.
Sure seems that way.
Yeah, so it seems.
Well, I could create wards against mental attack anyway. I think maybe strips of steel or iron we could wear around our necks. Steel to steel ourselves, iron for iron will.
Wolfsbane should also help. I used this to mess up a cousin of mine. Will be some headache for me too, but I'll handle it.
I can add buffs to that as well if you like.
Bard, if you want to be on the call, just come over. What is that in your hand? No, what even is that? This is a library. It's comfy. Sarah got her swimming toys too.
Those sound like great ideas. What kind of buffs could you add? You've got so many options in your garden at the cavern.
I do have a lot of material in the gardens to choose from, yeah. But for anything small, for, what is that, 20, 25 of us? I could inscribe or make enchanted ink to cover a piece. So whatever would like is possible. Otherwise, ink that's already ready to use. I have some for helping sleep, some for speed, some for relaxing effect, some for endurance, some for safeguarding mind, some for strength, some for protection, some for pain relief. I really should write a list of them all down. There's about 200 and counting different effects I've at least prototyped. Though maybe taking a generic strength enchantment, or whichever we pick, and then using it as ink to write out the specific type of strength needed at the time on the piece or pendant might be the best way. I can give the ink to each of you, and we can all set it to what we need most. Oh, and once it's written, the ink will litromantically dissolve into whatever it's written on, so there's no mess to worry about.
If y'all like, I can add link strengthening to the tokens. Pendants? It's something that will keep your connection to your team stronger, so you can't be separated within the ritual.
Seems sensible to me. Cooperative magic seems to be the way to go if you want to do something spectacular. Great! Can't wait to bang our heads together on this.
Best I can offer is to copy out an extra poem to aid in focus. Copy it out as many times as I can and send it to all of you. It'll help. Something like, focus, focus, draw your mind. Focus, focus, mind the time. Focus, focus on the words. Focus, focus, let's be heard. Focus, focus, words will come. Focus, focus, get this done. Like that.
I like that. I like that a lot. Good one, Lee.
I hope we are all able to pull through this and avoid further interference. Thanks for helping me with my own hullabaloo of a mess. I should have been more careful. Gotta get some of these in place so that we can get back to writing. Best words, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for this, Egriff. I should have stepped forward too. It should have occurred to me as well. Glad you called.
That was helpful, but also much more team-oriented. Now to tweak them to maximize my own productions.
Okay, midway checkpoint. How are things going for everyone? I gotta tell ya, I'm struggling.
Well, I haven't slept more than 4 hours a night since I started this, but my word count is pretty good for it. Mental state, not so much. Still, I'll take at least one positive to nothing about it. I think it might be interference.
Interference. Yeah, I've been feeling that resistance too. My brain is hopelessly fogged and I'm absolutely exhausted. Can't seem to get more than 3 hours sleep a night myself. That's not completely unusual in November for me, but the brain fog is. I'm wandering off in the middle of 5-minute for the words battles. But then again, I could just be grieving still, and still broken.
Caffeine is my blood now. What day is it? Don't think Rue has sleep powers, or lack of sleep powers.
We're all in sorry states with sleep, aren't we? We will be victorious, though. We have to be. I have like 20 projects open at the moment, and I'm swapping between them to keep the block and ADHD focus issues at bay.
I'm sorry to hear you all are having such a hard time. I know I've seen Sable struggling, but I'm fine. Good even. Things have been just flowing for me. I like this novel I'm writing. I'm fictionalizing Buddha's trip to the Leet-speak reality.
Oh, that's a good idea. Don't forget to talk to RSM Murphy, too. She did a great job over there. So did Buddha.
It's been crazy, trying to find all the tunnels that were abandoned halfway through the last war. And we still have all of those refugees who keep getting lost. Well, at least I'm fairly certain my journal of this year's war will be enough to eke past my goal. Tiring to get there, though.
A few of us have been to work on some talismans to protect our mental state, at least. I figured this was a good time as any to hand them out. Here's hoping they help.
Well, I'll keep it with me anyways, but I don't think I need it, so I don't think that using it would be a good idea. If I feel attacked or whatever, then I'll start using it.
Sure, makes sense.
Hey, how goes?
I'm stressed. I'm really freaking out here. Pretty sure I bit off more than I could chew. And you? How goes?
Slowly plugging away at words. Got an attainable goal for being as busy as I am, and if I get it, I'll add to it or double it. Just starting small for now. You are part of the offensive, right?
Yeah, but since I'm a power writer, I didn't want to unbalance things. So I'm working solo. And my goal is much higher than the other teams.
How close are you?
Well, it ends in 24 hours, and I have K-ish words left. Maybe 75. Never mind. Just checked and it's closer to 85.
Knowing how you usually write, you'll probably be pretty close at least. What happens if you can't meet your goal?
Well, if you don't, there's a literamantic surge that makes you vulnerable to the dark literamancy at the very beginning, and draws you closer to the Night Monarch. It can still be avoided, but it's riskier all around. Anyone who reaches their goal gets a boost from the surge that acts as a bit of invulnerability against the same necromantic dark literamancy.
Well, if you don't happen to make it and I don't make it, maybe we can be in the Horde together. Or we could both be boring and make it and then use our literamancy to help the living.
I suppose. Well, I'm not just giving up, so I better get back to this. I've got a lot of literamancy to do in a very short... And I did this to myself. Thanks for helping calm me down and grounding me.
No problem. Good luck, but I don't think you'll need it.
Thanks.
Hey, how's it going, Tara?
I'm okay. Listen, I was thinking, we've all been struggling, right? Maybe we need some filking magic? Want to filk with me? I've written one.
Hell yes! Great idea! I wonder how many people we can recruit. Brilliant! Send it over, I'll have a look, and let's do it.
Coming through, let the Tome Knights ride. We will. An offensive riding from first light. Ride, we will. A week of words into battery. Charge the war with litromancy. Keep the undead from rising up. Ride, we will. Sickness rises inside of me. Leave the fight. I can feel the undead gleam. Leave the fight. I wrote some words again, but the motivation was sucked dry. I hear the undead calling me. Leave the fight. Feel the pain, living's not the way. Do not forget. Your words won't work. You said too much. You'll break your team. Cross the line. Give up your life. Got this pen with ink in it. A group you'll see will see me through. Words and trust, encouragement. So write your words with me. Right, stay, fight. 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 Right. Thoughts of failure surrounding me. Leave the fight. Breathe in the light and chain your dream. Leave the fight. You'll just be a sacrifice, and for every word you'll pay the price. Who decides what your fate will be? Leave the fight.
Feel the pain, living's not the way. Do not forget, your words won't work. You said too much, you break your team. Cross the line, give up your life.
Got this pen with ink in it. A group you'll see will see me through. Words and trust, encouragement. So write your words with me. Right, stay, fight. 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 Right, can do it, and me too.
We'll get those words
right, words faster now.
We'll get those words.
Listen now, overcome.
We'll get those words.
Right, words, deadline looms.
We'll get those words.
You can do it, and me too.
We'll get those words.
Right, words faster now.
We'll get those words.
Listen now, overcome. Feel the pain, living's not the way. Do not forget, your words won't work. You said too much, you'll break your team. Cross the line, give up your life. Got this pen with ink in it. A group you'll see will see me through. Words and trust, encouragement. So write your words with me.
Right, stay, fight. Right, stay, fight. Right, stay, fight.
Right,
stay, fight. Right, stay, fight. Right, stay, fight.
So write your words with me.
How's it going, Sable?
Ah! I'm so behind! Damn it, I need to get 20k today if I'm going to make the 40k I promised. Do you have a moment to check on everyone else? I just haven't had the chance.
Yeah, I think I can manage a quick check. I'm really close, so I should be able to finish up after checking in on everyone.
You know what? Never mind. I'll get Aaron to do it. He seems to be ahead of things. I know you've been struggling the whole time, too. You right.
Oh, that works even better. Thanks. Yeah, it's been a rough day. And a long one.
Right, I'm on it, babe. Hey, Night Song, how you going?
Got over 25. That's the start. I mean, squeezed to 26, but I'm not getting 30. But still, between Desdemona and me, we're gonna be fine, right? Yeah, we got enough for 2. If Desdemona gets 1, that's good, and hope the incantation works for Tempest. I'm not sure on that, though. Well, keep writing. Get to 27 at least, maybe?
Words on page. I got my average, I think, but we need more. Teamwork. Words. Let's go. Words. Go on the page. From my brain. There's still time, right? Words. Sorry. Did something say someone? Oh, that in the right way round. Team, how's going? I'm just over 13k. I think I can write a few more.
Woo! Haha, we're gonna make it! Not writing a big part of it on the last in. Not me, sir. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. I'm riding a ball. Don't stop me now if you wanna have a good time. I'm right even more. Don't stop me cause I'm having a good time. Don't stop me as I'm having a good time.
Okay, last words. Squish, get ready to hit the button.
You got it!
Woo! Haha! Finished with 12.7k.
I've written 20,390 words.
Damn.
Well done. I've only done 8.1 thousand words.
All words are needed. Thank you all.
Yeah, that's why we're a team.
We literally could not have done it without every one of you.
Okay. And yeah, period. Oh shoot, it's almost midnight. Boom. There we go. That's solid. Alright. Not 30, but what I got. 11:59.
I don't know how many I wrote, and I don't really care. I just know I wrote something useful.
Almost there. Can I get a few more words? I think I did it? What time is it? Just a few minutes. If it's not here with this, then I'm toast. 204. I did it! Oh, flibberty gibbet, I did it!
$9K!
Nice job, honey.
Well, I got 30,839.
Great work, great work. God damn it. Shit. I'm built. This is gonna be tight. I can't believe how hard this has been.
Don't worry, Mama Bunny. I got you covered. 5,184. That ought to help.
Wow, good job, kid. That was more than I was expecting. God damn it. I'm not gonna make it, damn it. How long?
5 minutes.
Okay, I better count up and submit. Slap that in word counter. Oh. Wait. I did it! I did it!
Yes.
40,712! Just enough! Ah, thank Frith! Phew! Well done, everyone, well done. I'll touch base with the crew. So did we all make it?
No. Slitherclaw never submitted, it looks like. Nope, no words from them at all.
Oh. Shit. But everyone else?
Night Song made 54,572 words and protected one person, Nova. Unholy Brigade made 53,736 words and protected one person, Sunny. Fluffy 5 made 138,983 words and protected two people, Miko and Sable. Slitherclaw made 0 words, and thus the two members get the Necrotic Curse, Cyrena and Rockin' Unicorn. Egriff, as a solo writer, wrote 204,320 words and made Resistance. Marshall did not submit, so I guess they'll be receiving that Necrotic Curse along with Slitherclaw. F the Horde made 106,555.6 repeating words and protected two people. Desdemona and... They tried to protect Tempest, but it looks like the power dispersed instead of latching on.
Oh. Oh no. And wait! How'd they get word fractions?
And... What? Team Glitter Bombs? A team for the Horde. Wrote 41,839.3 repeating words. What in the world?
Ah! Son of a buck! That's what went wrong! I should have guessed! Damn, Rue is just too smart. Well, we did it anyway, for the most part. Well done, everyone. Well done.